But, like, hello?
You guys are cool. You guys are cool.
Like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this or something.
Jimmy here. How is everybody doing this evening?
Hey, we're rolling!
Oh,
Sorry. Hey.
welcome to the news.
What's going on, guys? I'm Anchor Art Crandall.
I'm Anchor, his brother, Brad.
That was way too elegant for an intro right there.
Yeah, you know.
Well, all right. Well, first off, we have a couple of corrections from last week that we should probably hit right away.
Yeah, we only tell the facts.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't tell the facts, and that's why we have to correct ourselves. So, in regards to last week, there are no people living on the moon. My bad, never know when you got a civilization there, and when you got 41 people, and when you legit have 41 people planned to live there in the future. So I gotta check my facts.
Yeah, well, you know what? That was almost too cool to be true.
Yeah,
well, it was too good to be true.
What they said is hopefully within the next decade we'll have people living on the moon. And they plan to have about 41 before they name it a state or a country up there.
They're gonna need some big oxygen tanks up there.
Yeah, my bad. Do we have any other corrections from last week?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we're good on that.
I think so.
Alright, so we should probably talk about some changes being here. Local changes, in fact. The Dover-Sergeant, for 41 years, is now retiring. Jeffrey Farrell. I don't mean to mispronounce that. He got his first bust in 1974 on a search warrant, found marijuana plants. And if we may switch for a second, speaking of marijuana plants, a Mountain High, Colorado activists have collected enough signatures to propose a recreational marijuana use of the drug for the November ballot this year. So that could make Colorado the first state to legalize marijuana.
Oh, wow.
Very interesting. So put your lighters up, if you will.
Do you have any other things about drugs? Because I actually have a story about drugs right here.
Well, I mean, no more. Oh, no. For drugs, take it away there, buddy.
All right. Well, in Sacramento, California, there was a man arrested. He was going to a job interview and showed up naked and high on meth. So that's not the way to get the job. Actually, I don't know if he got the job. Maybe he did.
The guy, he shows up naked to the interview. You got to be thinking this guy's got gall, And technically, he did show up in a suit. It was just the wrong type of suit. It was his birthday suit, And celebration.
Guy's got some serious gall.
You know what? I do have something. Speaking of getting high and on drugs.
He had HIV too.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
That's very dangerous.
Had to add.
JP Licks. This is now featuring a hemp-flavored ice cream now.
Yeah.
Which that's very interesting.
I wonder how it tastes.
Yeah, pretty good. I bet it tastes pretty good. I never know.
Comes a flavor. I still like chocolate chip cookie dough and cookies and cream.
No, what is it? You got to go strawberry cheesecake or what was it? Oatmeal swirl or whatever. With the oatmeal cookies and the cinnamon in it. Oh, phenomenal. But some more local news. The DS hockey team had their first win in the preliminary round of the playoffs in Fall River. They won 6-2 versus Dighton Rehoboth, the Seekonk Falcons. They took the lead early in the first and just extended their lead in the second and third period. So we'll let you know how DS Hockey is doing in the tournament as the weeks progress on this news.
Let's go, guys.
Just keep it going. Second time in 20 years, you got to keep that thing going.
Speaking about hockey, got a couple points last night. This guy right here.
That guy,
Steve's Pizza
out there in Worcester. If you guys are ever going there, great subs, great pizza.
Great people.
And great people, great subs, a good time for all. That was a pretty nice goal. My assist got taken away. So uncredited for a point, unfortunately. But we look forward to playing the first place team next week.
Yeah. think we're going to win.
Yeah. Now, if we may, for a second, talk about the live-action cam. We're still trying to take money and still saving up for it. But in the meantime, I guess we have our very own handsome weatherman, Brad Crandall, on the scene for today's news. I think...
Oh, thanks. Looking good on there, too, guys. Yeah, it's snowing pretty hard. It's pretty windy, too, as you can see. My notes are kind of flying everywhere, you know? So, definitely could use some gloves, but I don't have any. So, send your money, you know, and then maybe we could get some gloves. Yeah, so... I heard that, Art. That's not funny. But Spidey did do a great job. So now it's time for the weather. Let me do the weather. Tonight, it's Thursday right now. Snow all, as you can see. For Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy. For Saturday, rain and some thunder. Expect some thunder. Sunday, partly cloudy. Monday, mostly cloudy. Tuesday, sunny. Gotta love the sun, you know. Wednesday, sunny. Thursday, mostly sunny. Friday, in the morning, some clouds. And then in the evening, some sun. Saturday, sunny. And that should wrap up. Wait, what are you doing out here? I just figured, you know, may as well. This is probably the only time that we're going to be able to talk to ourselves, you know, on live TV. So, yeah. So, how are you guys doing? Oh, yeah, we're doing good, too. You guys are looking handsome, too. Yeah, you guys are. You guys do a banging job out there in the studio. Yeah, how's it out there in the studio? Oh, all right. Well, take care, guys. We'll see you guys.
See you guys. Wow, that was crazy. I think that's one of the only times I've been able to talk to myself besides in a mirror, you know?
Right? Seriously, that was neat. You know?
That was pretty cool. Speaking of pretty cool, a Philadelphia woman was arrested for butt injections. She injected people in the butt, Brad.
That's not...
her nickname was Black Madam.
That's not
and she was arrested at a butt pumping party for butt enhancement. Her name was Paige Winslow. She's tipped off to the police that she had an illegal butt enhancement procedure pumping party.
Oh, wow.
So try to say that 3 times fast, right?
I couldn't.
What do you got for us, Brad?
Well, I mean, I got some hot news.
Some hot news?
Say, maybe a little too hot.
Well, it's good because of the cold weather.
Yeah, actually, hold on one sec. I could,
You need to write your cue cards a little bit larger, bro.
Oh, alright, I don't need this. You know, there was some guy who was at his friend's house that, mistakenly drank a jar, thinking it was some other, like, drinkable liquid next to his sink. Mm-hmm. Turned out it was gasoline. And the guy ended up spitting it out, getting some on his shirt or whatever. Mm-hmm. Maybe swallowing some.
Yeah.
And, he ended up smoking a cigarette after that and catching himself on fire, and he's dead.
Oh my goodness! Wow. You know, if he was that drunk to spit out gasoline and then smoke a cigarette afterwards, I'd at least change my clothes. You know,
it's risky. That's like smoking can kill.
Yeah, smoking can definitely kill, but that's a whole nother level. That's heating things up a little bit. Pardon the pun.
It's definitely hot. You know?
It's getting hot in here.
So I said that. And
now, speaking of dying, unfortunately, we lost a very, very special musician and actor this past week. Davy Jones from the Monkees died at 66 of a massive coronary heart attack. Ooh. Coronary, yes. But hey, with the Monkees, we're gonna miss him. And speaking of surprises, this is surprising. A man was jailed for kicking a cat. He got 90 days sentenced to 90 days of jail. Percy Love apparently loved to kick his cat. That's how he was quoted, saying that he played around.
Oh, man.
Lined up, kicking the field goal, kicked this poor kitten. The cat survived, but, suffered very, very major injuries.
It's good he got charged with that,
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say that, because you said he loved to kick the cat.
Oh.
I actually have a story about people that love to do something else with the dog.
Really?
Yes, this is actually pretty crazy. There was a couple, right?
Is this racing?
I don't know. I'm going to keep it clean,
All right, well.
In Phoenix, 3 people, a husband, a wife, and a friend, the wife's lover apparently, got caught and charged with bestiality after finding a dog on Craigslist that was going to supposedly have intercourse with the woman while they were all watching. It was a sting. So,
oh my goodness!
Talk about crazy world. Hey, did something like that happen in Sherborn?
Yeah, something about a goat a few years ago.
Well, let's not bring.
Let's not bring
sheep,
that up.
I think.
Or sheep, yeah, sheep. My bad. Changing up the pace. Talking about not getting away with things, a University of Georgia soccer player was charged with stealing $1.06 worth of hash browns at her local cafe. The Bulldog Cafe, the soccer player's name, Carly Sheltis, tried shoving $1.06 worth of hash browns in her pants and then leaving. Talk about a half-baked idea.
Seriously,
that's crazy. I mean, you're going to get caught and you're playing at the NCAA level. What are you thinking?
For $1.06.
$1.06, just pay it. It's hash browns. Just pay it, please.
Speaking about some crazy news about that, did you hear about the 11-year-old girl that got nailed by a deer leaving a convenience store?
She got nailed by a deer.
It doesn't sound very convenient to me.
Yeah, that's not convenience at all.
She was actually walking out, and am I in the thing now? Here we go.
Your chair, you keep wheeling back.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so she was leaving the convenience store, and on her way out, she was at the entrance. You can look at this video; it's on the internet. The deer comes through and just takes her out, but she was okay.
Yeah, she was.
But she.
Oh, that's just.
She got taken out.
Bambi should have looked where he was going, huh?
I would say so.
Oh man, that's crazy. For all you people waiting, Justin Bieber's finally 18. Does not mean anything to me. I could really care less. But all you teenage girls out there, or girls over 18, excuse me. That's right. That's Sag. Might want to watch out for that. Speaking of family, the royal family, indeed. The 400-year-old diamond, nicknamed the Bean Sansi diamond, 35 carats, is being auctioned off by the Prince of Prussia. It's the same pear-shaped diamond that Marie de Medici wore in 1610. Now being auctioned off, they're expecting about $2 to $4 million to start the bidding over there.
Well, I don't know what that had to do with family.
Not much, Brad. Not much. I tried a good segue.
I'm saying the Bieber thing.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. Maybe his family. I don't know. We'll ignore that.
18th birthday with the family?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe he's spending it with the family.
All right. Did you hear Snooki? You were saying how she wasn't pregnant. But now she is pregnant.
Well, you know what? Your corrections can only go so far. She was tested and not pregnant, now she is. So
it's like she wasn't being too careful.
Yeah, she was. If you haven't seen the show, which I haven't, but I've seen the news feed from it, she's pretty promiscuous from the highlights of the show.
I've seen a few episodes. Yeah, she definitely is.
She seems a little, this would not be a surprise with the way she's been acting.
No, it was a surprise?
Which one?
In Brazil, right? Some guy, he actually had a fake passport with a picture of Jack Nicholson on it. Oh, it's hilarious.
Well,
you gotta see it. So he got caught and arrested.
Not great acting skills, you know.
I
They
guess he
probably
didn't
gave
look-
it away.
I guess he didn't look anything like Jack Nicholson either.
Well, I mean, you know, you try to fly over here, and it's pretty much like, well, that's Jack Nicholson, and you're not Jack Nicholson. I guess copy and paste doesn't always work for the fake IDs. Speaking of surprises, you know, after they were surprised with that border entry, Texas State College guard for the women's basketball team, NCAA, was trying to look for her boyfriend. After the game, the senior Kelsey Krupa was then greeted by gasps of the crowd as her boyfriend greeted her at center court and proposed.
Oh, wow.
So, dude, you're stealing all the secret proposals. Like, I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, and I just read my story. The guy that was pretending to be Jack Nicholson's lookalike was trying to open a bank with that ID.
You know, it would have been famous if Jack Nicholson himself had done it, but since this guy, you know, just posing as him, just a Brazilian.
No, he looked like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's either Jack Nicholson or it's not.
Oh, man. Anger Management was a pretty good movie.
Anger Management. Yeah.
And speaking of anger management, since I just brought that up,
good segue. Good segue.
Segues.
Yeah.
So, check it out here. Check it out. Two 71-year-old males were charged with striking a teenager with a metal golf ball picker-up thing.
Metal golf ball whacker guy.
Yeah, it actually says,
like a metal detector?
No, they were charged with child abuse after they were accused of striking a teenager with metal golf ball retrievers.
Wow.
Ronald E. Richardson.
A 77-year-old?
Two 71-year-old guys. And Donald E. Nito were arrested. And it's funny, there was 4 teenagers. They were blowing the air horn at the 9th hole, and these 2 tried to go confront them, and then they all ran away. So one of them left their jacket behind. So he went to get his jacket, and these 2 old guys just beat him up. Give him spankings.
Yeah, that's a spanking right there. So don't hassle any geezers at the golf club.
We used to get the belt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They
got the golf ball picker up right there.
Yeah, none of this golf ball picker-upper thing. Now, since we are on TV, we can talk about a new law that is supposedly under wraps in New York. It would limit the amount of TV over the air in exchange for faster smartphone and internet speeds. The only problem and trouble that comes to this is it's being backed by Obama and the Federal Communications Commission, which means that they would take it and they would bid on it, or they would have companies bid on it, Verizon, AT&T, regardless of who the company is, the federal government would have control of the TV and airwaves, which kind of scares me.
Yeah,
it's more, it's kind of government
They'd
control.
have control of our show.
Exactly. But not yet. Not yet.
And that's why we can talk about, did you hear about the dead baby on the subway in New York? Turns out to be a Cabbage Patch doll. And people were...
You kind of scared me there with the dead baby. I thought we were going to do a bit on dead baby jokes. It's not really that good to report on.
Some dead babies.
Yeah, Jesus.
There's too many of them.
Too many.
But I don't think we
not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
Absolutely not. But it was funny. There was this lady wheeling around like this Cabbage Patch doll, and I guess people said it smelled like on the train it smelled like dead bodies or something.
Yeah.
Something weird. It must have not have, but who knows. So then all of a sudden,
if she didn't bathe it or something, it probably began to smell anyway.
She must have been.
Who knows where she found
a weird lady, but I guess the doll was all like bobbing its head and stuff, and people were like, "Oh my god!" Like, so
it went limp.
They rushed the L train, and pretty sure it was the L train.
Jeez. Now I couldn't help but notice that you're not gelled up today. for today's
that's
performance.
what you know? I didn't know.
Well, I'm not going to call you out on
sure.
having a T-shirt with a tie because I got the memo for today's show, and it's 90s band.
It's casual.
Yeah, it's casual 90s band lookalike. So tie with a T-shirt on.
Still looks classy in my opinion.
We're still looking classy. I don't know about the red shirt and the purple and white, but I pull it off, and you pull it off too. So.
Still handsome as
Still
ever.
handsome devil. Like you have the weatherman to thank for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's probably an app for that too. And speaking of apps, the Dover Police have just released their own app for the iPhone. Watch out, kids, because My PD is a way that you can contact the Dover Police Department for their news, social events, and just getting in contact with them. This sounds like a scam to me.
Yeah.
I've never really had the Sherborn Police, or DS Police really high on my scale.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
All right, good point.
I don't think it's.
There's an app for that. It's
I
just
think it's
getting
a
out of
scam.
hand.
And speaking of funny things and apps and phones and things, there was a text message. Autocorrect.
Yep, autocorrect.
There's a text message that was spelt wrong and autocorrected to say gunman instead of gunna. I have it right here. In a Gainesville high school, student caused the school lockdown and SWAT team to come. The West Hall student intended to text "gonna be at West Hall today," but his cell phone automatically changed the word to gunman. And he sent it to the wrong person.
Oh no!
So this text sent to some stranger, and then they immediately called the police. And
well, that just sounds sketchy too. Like, why is gunman on there for autocorrect? That's you had to have typed it in before, or maybe why is gunman even in there?
Who spells gunna with the U?
I mean, most people that text.
I'd say G-O. I spell it G-O-N-N-A.
Oh yeah, G-O-N-N-A. I guess G-U-N-N-A. I don't know. It's preference. T-T-Y-L.
Is that how you do it?
G-T-G. Probably not. Nah. I don't usually say gunna either. I'm gunna and gunman.
I'm going to.
Well, and how do you send it to the wrong person too?
Yeah, I don't know.
That just sounds sketchy. It sounds like
weird.
Someone wanted a lockdown and.
I
was
think
a good excuse.
I think.
Good excuse.
You know what I think? Might not be true. Sorry about
As you're throwing pens at me.
Sorry about that. I think that he probably got the number from a girl, and it was a fake number. And he said, "Hey, I'm gonna be at West Hall," and
maybe it was the girl. Just giving him a fake number.
Sherlock Holmes over here.
Yeah,
but
probably.
I could be wrong.
We're starting a detective agency.
No,
too.
I'm usually right. Except that one time that I thought I was wrong, but I was really right.
It's you're gonna have to be more specific. But that was a pretty good description for it.
Not bad.
Now the chili cook-off for March 4th is coming up, and I will not personally be there. I'll be working a double, but I heard that Crandall Chili might actually make an appearance.
Really?
Yeah, in a crock pot. Maybe you'll be there
Maybe
selling off the
me.
DS News. Never know.
It will be me. I don't know.
It could be you. Anyway, what do you got for us, Brad?
It could be.
It could be you.
I don't know. I have another crazy story. In Sarasota County, a 52-year-old man who gave someone a ride home from the bar stabbed somebody after the guy who he went with got Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And so he was dropping him off.
Well, don't tell me that's what he got aggravated
check it
over.
out.
Some Taco Bell.
Yeah, he was dropping him
my
off.
stomach gets aggravated over it, but that's another
good.
story.
No, but what he got aggravated about is that when the guy left, apparently he grabbed the wrong bag and he grabbed the guy's harmonicas. And the guy said, "Drop my harmonicas," and he didn't know what he was talking about.
Yep.
At least, I mean, that's sketchy too. He probably.
What's he doing with the Taco Bell bag full of harmonicas?
Yeah, I know, right?
Know.
He's like,
or who
I
has
don't know,
a paper
that
bag
is
full
what
of
was.
harmonicas?
I've read the story a bunch of times also, And that's
just
actually what the
confusing.
blogger actually wrote that too. He's like, I don't understand, like, why is he keeping his harmonicas in a Taco Bell bag also?
Yeah.
Like, how is this?
How
like,
could that
misconstrued,
possibly?
you know?
Yeah.
Like,
How could that possibly be misconstrued for another Taco Bell bag? And why are you that drunk that you're carrying around harmonicas in a bag?
yeah, so check it out. So when the cops showed up, the tacos were in fact in the car. So he did have the harmonica bag.
Oh man.
You know, and also, who steals from a guy who's giving you a ride home? You know what I mean? Like, that's just...
He's doing you a favor,
it's just
and this is
rude.
the reason why, you know, people should not be thumbing rides anymore, is because you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Whether the guy who's thumbing the ride is crazy, or, you know, the hitchhiker, or, like, the hitchhiker's crazy, the guy thumbing, or the guy picking you up is a nut job.
Yeah, exactly.
You just don't want to take these chances
A
anymore.
lot of
Call a
horror
cab.
stories like that, too, you know. A lot of good stories, a lot of horror stories, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of messed up, though.
That is
if you
kind of
ask
messed
me.
up.
Oh, I have, you want to hear something else that's messed up? But it could be for the good way of messed up.
Oh, on the good?
Lil Wayne signs Limp Bizkit for Cash Money Records. Did you hear about that?
That's going to be interesting. You think, well, I mean, Limp Bizkit, huh?
Yeah, Nookie,
Wow.
Fred Durst,
Yeah, Mike
you know,
Shinoda.
Wes.
No,
Allen
that's
or something.
Lincoln Park. What am I thinking? Oh, Limp Bizkit. That should be it. Fred Durst.
The guitarist with the contacts in his eyes and the.
That's going to be wild. I don't know what to expect out of that.
You know, I'll probably listen.
Yeah, what else
You
you
know.
got?
I have the biggest lobster ever caught in Maine.
Really?
Actually, was caught. Yeah, it was 27 pounds. So
That is a gigantic. That's a
you
mammoth
know what
lobster.
that kind of I feel like would look like? Who's that guy from Futurama?
Dr. Zoidberg. Yep.
Dr. Zoidberg.
Looks like that's our
Lobster
time limit
looking
right
thing
there.
coming out.
You got any quick stories? Or?
Yeah, actually, I think I have one more. The 16-year-old girl got knocked out at a birthday party. YouTube that one.
Whoa.
It's actually, like, really quite
Entertaining.
funny. In the Pirates pitcher, A.J. Burnett needs surgery after bunting practice after he broke his orbital bone by a baseball
Oof.
hitting his face.
Rough.
And
Off of bunting practice.
yeah, and that's
All right, that'll do. Looks like that's another episode. I'm Anchor Art Crandall.
Yeah, I'm Anchor Brad Crandall.
And you stay classy, Dover-Sherborn.
This is the Dover-Sherborn Worldwide News.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Always a pleasure.